So as per my mom's request, I'm actually going to be playing some more Graveyard Keeper today. So shout out to you, Mom. I love you. And I have no idea what I was doing. I remember I built the bridge, and that's just about it. So let's see what quests I've got. Bottle of wine, a skull, which I'm pretty sure I already have. I need to go see the Inquisitor. Reach level 5 of my graveyard. Find a meat stamp. Get 10 paper and ink. 6 moths and 5 honey pots. The moths are really easy and so are the honey pots. Let's see here. So I can already get beekeeping. I might as well unlock that. And then moths, I just need... Oh, I need spiritual knowledge for that, apparently. Huh. Well, that'll be a little while before I can get that then. But I can get the bees for sure. So fun fact, I have really bad anxiety, which means that part of what I've noticed when I'm recording is that I tend to, and ah a lot, and I've been trying to think of ways to solve that. So I decided I would do a little bit of Googling, because, it's awkward trying to talk to nobody and come up with things to talk about, because I'm not used to it yet. But I decided to Google it and look up some interesting conversation topics. And their recommendation was, and I quote, "Say something about what your conversation partner is wearing." So I guess I'm just supposed to ask what you guys are wearing like a creep. But another thing it suggested was to tell some funny stories that you have. And I can't think of any off the top of my head, but one that does come to mind that I've always kind of wanted to tell because I think it's so funny is that I used to work in a thrift store, and this part of my job was ringing people up, and this was actually my first week, the day that I stopped my training. And a girl, well, not really a girl, an older lady came in. She was trying to buy like this 3-piece crock pot set, and one of the pots was missing. And our policy at the thrift store was that we can't do refunds. So one of the things that I mentioned was, she was like, okay, well, my husband's gonna go look for this other pot, and I'll go ahead and ring out. Now, once we start ringing people out, and once we start completing the transaction, we can't go back from that. Like, it is impossible for us to go back on the machines. I go ahead and I ring her up because that's what she wanted me to do. She said, go ahead, ring me up, and I'll... something to the effect of, just go ahead and ring me up and I'll figure it out. So I do. I finish off the transaction, and we get to the part where she's supposed to pay. And then her husband comes back, and he can't find the other piece to the crock pot. So this lady goes, I want it taken off and a refund given to me. Now keep in mind, we have posted literally all over the store that there are no refunds. Like, period. There are no refunds. And she comes to get my manager and tells my manager that I stole money from her. And my manager's like, asked me to explain the situation, and then I asked her to explain the situation. We both said pretty much the same thing of like, well, she wanted to buy this, they couldn't find the thing, and so she was saying she didn't want it. Now, we're not supposed to do exchanges either, but my manager was like, yeah, I'm gonna try and do an exchange just because, she wanted to get out of there, and at this point, this lady was livid. Actually livid, and accusing me of having stole money from her. And her husband at this point is just trying to drag her out of the store, which was kind of hilarious, I'm not gonna lie. Because he was so ready to go, and I felt kind of bad for him, honestly. And me and my manager were both kind of fed up with this lady. So she is not having any of this about us wanting to do an exchange and so she can get something instead. Her husband's trying to work with us while she's over there on a tirade. And she calls the police. Now, may I remind you, this is pretty much my first day without being overseen by somebody. And this is about closing time. So the police show up about 15 minutes after we're supposed to close, and we can't close because, well, no one's allowed to move until the police have figured out what's going on and all of that. And he's like, can you explain what happened? And, you know, we gave him the same rigmarole, and he looked at me and he said, alright, well, how much money was it worth? So I said, $12. And he just kind of deadpan looks at me and he goes, wait, you called the police over $12? And so the police more or less just told the lady to go home. But yeah, that was a very interesting first day on the job, getting screamed at by a customer. Let's see, what else do I need to do? I'm trying to think of what the best way to go about this would be. I'm gonna go ahead and set some iron to smelt, but really the only thing I can work on at the moment is the graveyard. I think I can make some wooden gravestones, put those up. So let me just check and see how many gravestones we need, and then I can get to work on building them. So I need 1, 2, 3, just 3? And then I can replace 4, it looks like, or repair 4. I don't think I have the technology to make repair kits yet, do I? Oh, no, I can. So let's go see what those take, because if I can do that, then I can make 4 of those and 3 wooden crosses, and then I should be able to get my graveyard rating pretty decent. Off we go to the carpenter workbench. Which one of these is the carpenter workbench? This one, right? That's a sawhorse. This one's the carpenter workbench. So we need nails, planks, and flitch. Okay, that's how you say it. So it looks like I need to make some planks. So I need 3 flitch for that. Or 1 flitch for that. I'll go ahead and make 3 planks, because I can always make more flitch. Oh, out of energy. Let's see. It's also a different day now, so wonder... Oh shoot, I put away my bread. That was dumb. Who would be in town today? Let me think. Should be marked, actually. Have I met them yet? I don't think I've met them yet. I can't remember off the top of my head who it is, but I don't think I've met them yet, so I should be okay to just work through today. There's that, so I need some flitch. Let's go ahead and do one of those. Then I can probably go cut down some trees and start some stuff cooking. Oh, speaking of stuff cooking... Firewood! That's probably the next thing I should do. Okay, I've got it. I need to build a chopping spot. So what do I need for a chopping spot? 5 wooden billets. I don't think I have enough. I think I'm gonna have to go get logs. Yes, I am gonna have to go get logs. So let's go ahead and store some stuff in here and just get it out of my inventory so I can go and chop down some wood. Let's see, that's too big to chop. Don't think I can chop those yet. Nope, can't do that one. I'd say this is probably the biggest pain in the ass in this game for me, is trying to figure out which trees I'm able to cut down with the technology I have. I've noticed a trend in my channel that I really tend to play a lot of Harvest Moon-like games, which I'm sure probably isn't the most interesting thing to watch in the world, but they're just fun to play. They're also very relaxing for someone like me, who I just want something to like kind of take me away from what I'm dealing with in real life. Like, as of right now, I'm currently unemployed and looking for employment, so this is a great way for me to calm down while I'm waiting to hear back from jobs and that kind of thing. Plus, it's just something fun to do in my free time, and it lets me spend time doing stuff that I enjoy. Because, like, I get to do gaming, which I don't usually have an excuse to do, and it gets me time to do art as well, which is something that I want to do a lot more of. It's just, it helps motivate me when I'm making videos and talking about it, and it also sort of pushes me out of my comfort zone. This would be an excellent excuse to do another tree chopping montage, ironically enough. I want to do the wood chopping block. There it is. Where would this fit best? Let's do it right next to that one. And then I can go ahead and make myself some firewood. Let's do those. While I'm off working on my wood repair kits, this iron can be smelting. Well, 3 iron can be smelting anyway. What did I need to do for this again? Okay, so I've got enough for 8 actually. That's handy actually. That's plenty. Should keep me in good business for quite a while. Except I'm out of energy. Doesn't look like there's anybody in town today either. I really only have to worry about that tomorrow, the next 3 days after this, because this is the day that Snake would be in town. And let's see if there is anything I can cook to help keep me... I don't want to use my honey, so I can't do that. Doesn't look like I've got anything right now that doesn't require fuel, which would involve going and chopping up some more, what are they, billets? I think is what they're called, and I don't want to do that right now. Well, for right now, let's just try and get our graveyard to look a little bit nicer. And maybe, if we're lucky, we'll be able to get it... Oh, we have a body. Might as well go ahead and take care of that while it's fresh. Thank you, Mr. Donkey. Actually, before I take that down there, I should check and see. Just need stone and simple iron parts for that side. And this side needs stone and simple iron parts. So I need 4 stone and 8 simple iron parts, I think is what it said. You'd think I'd pay more attention knowing how bad my memory is, but I didn't. But I'm almost positive that's what it said. So let's go take this guy and put him in a hole. Someday we'll dig him up and burn him, probably. It's like a barbecue. But like, probably the worst barbecue. Just cover him over with dirt. Now we got a burial certificate. I think we have several of those actually. We should probably run them into town and turn them in for some money. Because, you know, capitalism. I should probably also fix up the grave fences while I'm here, since I have the repair kits. It's not gonna hurt anything to do it. Let's see. We're all the way up to a -8. -6. Let's do this. How many does this take? Just 1. -5. I think we need +5 for us to move forward with the story. I think. So... I could probably do with making a couple more wooden repair kits. They're always handy to have on hand.